Yeah, this quirks I named for Ranjula. So Ranjula is my close friend since clinic. Uh, he and I went to Montessori together, and then from since Montessori to today, the friendship is still strong, and they're all about the true friend. So yes, this question takes three exercises. So first exercise is it's given the cash inflows and outflows in jumble. So you have to pick the inflows and outflows correctly and then record in your format. So second question, so exercise number two, it's straightly given the cash account. So it's easy. Cash inflows in debit side and cash payments in credit side. So you have to record all cash inflows and outflows in your format. And the third one, the exercise number three, it's given the cash inflows and outflows jumble with non-cash transactions as well, like assets, equity, and liabilities. So it's all jumble. So you have to correctly pick the cash inflows and outflows and then record in your format. So yes, we'll do number one, exercise number one. So here where's this answer? Yes. Oh, yes. And cash balance, opening cash balance. So this cash balance you have to record in your format. At the end before the closing cash and cash equivalents. So this is your opening cash and cash equivalents. And cash sales, operating activities, cash inflow, rent income. So you are getting rent from renting your property, plants and equipment. So rent income you have to record in investing activities as in cash inflow. And bank loan obtained, you are obtaining bank loan to finance your company. So this should place under finance activities as cash inflows. Data payments, so any cash inflows and outflows that relate to your trading activity, your main principal activity, you have to record in operating activities. So data receipts, creditor payments, cash sales, cash purchases, all those things are related to your main trading activity. So those things you have to record in operating activities. So data payments. Sorry, this should be correct at data receipts. Sorry, that's my bad. Data receipts you have to record in operating activities as cash inflows. Dividend payments. Here you are paying dividend to your shareholders. You are distributing profit to shareholders whom invested on your company. So this dividend payment you have to record under finance activities as cash outflow. Share issue, you are financing, issuing shares to shareholders. So it's an inflow. You have to record in financing activities. Cash purchase, as we discussed earlier, you have to record in operating activities as cash outflow. Credit payments, cash outflow in operating activities, we discussed. Interest payment. So with this interest payment and tax payment, there is a specific place to record that under operating activities. So we have to record that interest payment and tax payment under operating activities. Motor vehicle disposal, any transactions, anything that relate to the proper plant and equipment, you have to record in investing activities. Whether it's a proper plant and equipment purchase, you have to record that as cash outflow. And if it is disposal, you have to record that as cash inflow. And the expenses payments, distribution, administration, employee compensation, all these payments, expenses payments are, you have to record under operating activities as cash outflow. Interest income. So this interest income is the income that you are receiving from your investments like fixed deposits. So these interest income you have to record in investing activities. Admin expenses, as we discussed, in operating activities as cash outflow. Tax paid, I discussed, with interest payment, under interest payment in operating activities. There's a specific place for that. FD withdrawal. So here what happened, when we invested on FD in the bank, we are investing our money in the bank. So our money is outgoing from the business. But here, FD withdrawal means we are withdrawing FD from the bank. So we are taking money back from the bank to the business. So that you should record in investing activities as cash inflow. Dividend income. Here, there is two things, dividend payments and dividend income. So dividend payments, as I discussed earlier, dividend payments is the payment that you are paying for your shareholders for investing as distribution of profit. So that you should record in financing activities. But dividend income is the income that you are getting from investing on shares on other companies. So that's an investing activity. So in dividend income, you have to record in investing activity as cash inflow. Bank loan payment. You are obtaining bank loan for your financing. So when that repayment and also the lease payments, you have to record in financing activities. So keep in mind, when it comes to the lease payments, you have to subtract the lease amount and the interest. So interest payment you have to record as interest payment in operating activities, but the lease payment without interest you have to record under financing activities as cash outflow. And purchasing shares of Toyota. So here, yes, so you are getting this dividend income from these shares of Toyota. So this you should record under investing activities as cash outflow. So that's it for exercise number one. So these three are the simple exercises without adjustments. You have to just pick the cash inflows and outflows and then record in your format in right place. Let's go for exercise number two. Exercise number two, it's given the cash account directly. So cash inflows in debit side and cash outflows in credit side. So it's easy. And opening balance, as I mentioned in exercise number one. So here, yeah, the mentioned, so the explained transaction that I did in question number one. So I'm not explaining again again those transactions in this question and in exercise number three. But if it is a new transaction, so I will explain again, right? So this is the opening balance. At the end, before closing cash and cash equivalents, cash sales, operating activities cash inflow, share issue, financing activities cash inflow, land disposal, investing activities cash inflow, debtor receipts, operating activities cash inflow, right issue. So what is this right issue? Right issue mean you are issuing shares for your existing shareholders and raising fund. So the difference between public share issue and the right issue is, so public share issue, any willing shareholder can invest for your company as existing shareholders, potential investors, tourists, foreigners, and employees. Anyone can invest to your company from the public share issue. But here the right issue mean you are issuing shares only for your shareholders. So yes, so you are receiving money under financing activities as in cash inflow. Dividend income cash inflow in investing, FD withdrawal in investing cash inflow, interest income and rent income, cash inflows in investing activities and bank loan, you are financing to the company, finance activities as cash inflow. So let's see cash payments, cash outflows. So purchases, creditor payments, and distribution expenses payment, admin payment, those things comes in operating activities as cash outflows. Building purchase, share market invest, uh, and yes, so those two, building purchases and share market invest comes in investing activities. And lease payment, dividend payment, share redeems, bank loan, sorry, yes, those things comes in as cash outflows in financing activities. So this lease, sorry, interest payment and tax payment, there is a separate place in operating activities to record those things. So that's it for exercise number two. Let's see exercise number three. So as I told earlier, this exercise, this contains cash inflows and outflows with some other non-cash flows, non-cash transactions like assets, equity transactions, and liabilities. So you have to pick correctly the cash inflows and outflows and then recording correct places. So this is the opening balance, at the end before closing cash and cash equivalents and credit purchases. Here, this is credit purchases. You are purchasing stocks on credit, so that is not a cash flow. So you are not recording in cash flow statements. Sorry. Yes, credit purchases you are not recording, but you have to record cash purchases. So cash purchases you are recording in operating activities. Public share issue, yes, you are issuing shares and raising funds from the public, so you have to record that in financing activities as cash inflow. But bonus share issue, what happening in bonus share issue? You are issuing shares for your own shareholders by debiting your reserves, mostly retained earnings. So retained earnings goes down and shares are increasing. So you are issuing shares by using your retained earnings. So that is not a cash flow, right? So you are not recording that in cash statements, cash flow statement. Distribution expenses paid, operating activities, cash outflow, debtor receipts, cash inflows in operating activities. Interest paid and tax paid, we know there is a separate place in operating activities as cash outflows. Building purchases, cash outflow in investing activities. Distribution prepayment, this is an asset. You prepaid. This is not a cash flow, so this is an asset, so you are not recording that. And stocks, it's also an asset, so that is not a cash flow, so you are not recording. Motor vehicle disposal, you are getting money from motor vehicle disposal, investing activities, cash inflows, admin expenses, cash outflow in operating, lease paid in financing, cash outflow, cash sales, creditor payments both in operating activities, dividend paid in financing activities, but credit sales you are not recording because credit sales is not a cash transaction. Uh, Land credit purchase. Yes, so you are purchasing this land on credit, so you are not recording that. And admin payable, no, you are not recording because it's a payable amount, it's a liability, you are not recording. Bank loan paid, bank loan obtained. You are getting money from bank loan, so it's a finance activities, cash inflows. FD investment, you are investing to the FD, so that in investing activities as cash outflow. Dividend, rent, and interest income. These are the returns. These are the incomes that you are generating from your investing activities. So that comes in investing activities as cash inflows. So yes, this is for question number 1, Ranjula PLC. There are 3 exercises. Okay, and if you want to purchase this book as well as the company book, company accounts books, leave me a message through my phone number as in mentioned in this description through WhatsApp. Okay. Okay, we will meet from the other question. Until that, Jai Ram. Okay, so these are my 2 books that I launched at first. So company accounts and cash flow statements. So here mention only single medium, but it has English medium as well. So in each book, there are 25 questions, and all those 25 questions I'm explaining, I'm discussing through my YouTube channel. So if you want to purchase these books, just leave me a message through my phone number that I mentioned there uh, through WhatsApp, please. Okay, and I can deal with this. I can deal with through a courier like that. Okay, so just leave me a message. Thank you.